Hey, this is Nick Kerner in Koss and Griffon Druid, and we are coding with GameMaker.
We spent the last 15 weeks-ish working on recreating games previously made around when video gaming first started. We started trying to make a clone of Galaga, but we got into some trouble running the AI. So we ended up switching our focus onto recreating the game of Pong.
And the reason why we're doing this is so that we can get a grasp of GameMaker's physics and other attributes. And so that's why we recreated Pong, and it shows off both the physics and how to code and make a room and do all that stuff. But I guess you just want to see what we have to offer, so we're just going to hit run, and then it's just going to be Griffin and Ian playing and
Nick in the background.
We modified it so every time you hit the ball it speeds up, and your Pong goes really fast, so it keeps up with the ball in some form or way.
If you noticed, we also have a score counter in the top left and top right corner, obviously to keep track of scores, so that way you can laugh at your friend when you beat them.
Exactly. Who doesn't want that? With the program, we did have a lot of difficulties early on. For example, we couldn't figure out how to get the ball to move, except going through walls and just going one direction.
We made the ball move right infinitely very early on.
And we made it so there were 10 balls shooting at one time.
Oh, that was a good one.
Oh, that was probably our best.
My favorite one was when the ball would move right with so much force it actually
break through the Pong and wall.
Through the wall. That was a good one.
Oh yeah.
As you can see, this came with a lot of trial and error.
Yeah. In our first Galaga, we just had Scree off, constantly shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was basically just a triangle because we're not the greatest artist.
Are you kidding me? Look at this sprite design.
Yeah. So it was just a triangle.
I made these sprites.
We were able to get it to shoot, and also when we did Galaga, I mean, it's not very shown much here, but there was friction with the character. In this one, we just took the friction off to speed the characters up. But yeah, we had to learn how to use friction on the board and how to learn essentially how to
get everything to hit off each other, balance, etc.
Yeah.
There is one glitch with the game currently still.
You can grab the ball and shoot it.
You can grab the ball.
If you hadn't noticed recently, where we just shoot it randomly.
You can catch the ball in between yourself and a wall. Is what happened most of the time. You can do it sometimes in the middle of the plane, like I just did there. You can catch the ball like that, and that's the worst glitch we have. But if you move instantly, the ball will start to move again.
Now, Ian, could you tell about the score counter and how that keeps track of the score for player 1 and 2?
Yeah, so basically with normal Pong, if the player gets it all the way to the right side, player 1 gets a point. If player 2 gets it all the way to the left side, they get a point. Basically, the thing in the middle,
whoa, it's like Pong mechanics.
Oh, it's called the net. That's what shows the player counter and stuff. And I did it by, what was it called? They were basically in the code, like I'll show you now.
No, I'm about to win.
No.
Fine. I just will sit back.
And then I have to use the draw event, which assigns the color for each. I have to make my own font, and I do that twice just so I can show each one. And basically on the left side you see all the objects, the room itself.
The room is what you do to set up the physical playing field of the game. So what you would do is the blue and the green represent our nets, correct, Ian?
Yes.
The orange represents what you'd see physically playing. And these top barriers are the walls. And then I have no idea what the middle barrier is. If you can see, Ian accidentally put in another paddle. You can get rid of that just by simply deleting it. The room was kind of difficult to set up because it took a lot of precision. If you had to line up the sprites perfectly and try to make them as close of a size as you can, so that way it would seem like a fair game rather than one person having more.
Well, that's all the time we have, and I hope you enjoyed.